Welcome back to Harvey's Fun and Exciting Stories. Yay! And today we're reading Zog and the Flying Doctors by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. And Zog, we read Zog yesterday, but Zog and the Flying Doctors is the second book, so it's the sequel. Speaking of doctors and nurses and healthcare workers, any people who are just trying to stop this nasty thing, I just wanted to say thank you, especially my mother. And the blurb on the back says, "Meet the Flying Doctors, a dragon, knight and girl. Their names are Gadabout the Great and Zog and Princess Pearl. The Flying Doctors soar over the countryside, tending to mermaids, lions and unicorns, but can they save the king when he falls ill? What do you think? They're Flying Doctors, so that's cool, but I think they can." Meet the Flying Doctors, a dragon, knight and girl. Their names are Gadabout the Great and Zog and Princess Pearl. Pearl gives people medicine and pills and vaccinations. And Gadabout the Great is expert at performing operations. Zog is not quite good at flying. They're not so good at landing. But Gadabout the Great and Princess Pearl are always understanding, so he's like, oof, on the floor. Flying high one morning, they heard a mermaid wail. "I'm sunburned and it hurts," she cried, and smushed her scaly tail. Bang, crash, thump, they landed. The mermaid's skin was red. Pearl rubbed some special cream and wear this hat, she said. "Thank you," said the mermaid, and she waved a fond goodbye as the team of Flying Doctors sped away into the sky. So this is rhyming book. As the sun rose higher, they saw a unicorn. He pawed the ground unwind. "I've grown an extra horn." Bang, crash, thump, they landed. "I'll help you," said the knight, and he cut off the horn off gently to the unicorn's delight. "Thank you," said the unicorn, "for taking so much care." And the team of Flying Doctors sped away into the air. Halfway through the afternoon, they heard a lion sneeze. "I've caught the flu," the lion roared. "Can you help me, please?" Bang, crash, thump, they landed, and Pearl said, "Take this pill. And do keep warm, that's terribly important when you're ill." Zog does not look happy there. But the lion's cave was chilly, so Zog said, "Fetch some wood." Then he breathed out lots of flames until the fire burned bright and good. "Thank you," roared the lion. "I'm feeling nice and warm." And the team of Flying Doctors sped away into the storm. As evening fell, they saw a great big palace down below. "My uncle's house," said Princess Pearl. "Let's go and say hello." So the uncle in a big palace, and she's a princess. I think he might be the king. Bang, crash, thump, they landed. Pearl's uncle was the king. He didn't say hello. Instead, he said, "You naughty thing! Where have you been?" he thundered. "You look an awful mess. What's happened to your crown and your pretty frilly dress?" "But, Uncle, can't you see I'm a doctor now?" said Pearl. The king replied, "Princesses can't be doctors, you silly girl!" So that's mean to say. She just wants to be there. She's being taken away by the guards. He told his men to seize her. Seize means like put her in a tower. And lock her up inside. Princess Pearl was furious. She stamped and stormed and cried. Weeks went by and Princess Pearl spent so much weary hours. Weary means boring. sewing pretty cushions and arranging pretty flowers. The others tried to rescue her with all their might and main, but they simply could not manage. All their efforts were in vain. So in vain means they never worked. Oh. Each night they flew to visit her and perched upon her cell. And one dark night she told him that the king had fallen ill. The king grew worse. His head was sore. His arms and legs felt weak, and his skin had turned bright orange, and he found it hard to speak. He called the doctor. He called a lot of doctors, a new one every day. He croaked, "What is this illness?" But they simply could not say. They didn't know the answer, but Pearl was pretty sure. "It looks like orange fever," she read about the cure. Great-did horn of a unicorn, mighty lion sneeze, some mermaid scales, a little slime, and 1/2 pound of cheese. She told the others what to get, and do be very quick. My uncle could be dying. He looks extremely sick. Extremely is like very, very. Away they flew and Zog and Gadabout. They reached the lion's den, and crash thump they landed. He sneezed, and then they flew back to the forest, where the grateful unicorn was very pleased to give them his unwanted sawn off horn. Back to the mermaid, rock they flew. She gladly gave some scales and her snails, and her sea snail friends allowed them to collect their slimy trails. Zog said, "I'm exhausted." Exhausted means really tired. But he flew until and crash thump they landed on the bedroom windowsill. The Princess Pearl said, "Thank you for the scales, the slime, the sneeze, and the horn," which then she grated up with 1/2 pound of cheese. She tiptoed into her uncle's room. The king lay in his bed. She held out a spoonful into his mouth. "Now open wide," she said. So he's sleeping. After one spoonful, her uncle felt much stronger. After spoonful 2, he wasn't orange any longer. After spoonful 3, the king was dancing with delight. "Princesses can be doctors. You are absolutely right. I'm sorry I locked you up. Of course you must go for free, but do come back to visit me and bring your friends for tea." "Hooray!" cried Pearl, and out she ran to join the other 2. Then off into the sunset sped the flying Dr. Crow. And that was Zog and the Flying Doctors. Yay!